Okay, seeing none, so we'll move right along. First is the review of contracts for approval. Mr. Dahlberg?
Okay, contracts this month. First one is Joe Warner, MD. Dr. Warner reviews the students' IEPs each year that have to do with health-related services. Cost is $175 per hour, and that's the same as the previous year. So this is a contract renewal. B through D is New Hope Academy, educational services for students placed there. Each student is $36,400 for the year's tuition. E is another Foundation of Behavioral Health. It is also an educational program placement. This is not for a specific student. This is for as needed, so that we have that contract in place, and the different costs for the different services is attached in Appendix A. F is Pearson. This is a training services agreement for the data monitoring, data progress monitoring for the special education IEPs. So this is a training session that they're going to come in and give to our folks, and the cost is $6,000 for that training. G, Bayada Home Health Care. This is a renewal from the current year. This is for nursing services for any time that the district is short on actual employed nurses. We have a couple of options from outside agencies that we have contracts with to get nursing services when needed. H is Grandview Health. This is a new sponsorship agreement through the Market Street Sports program. This contract is for both gyms and the natatorium. The cost the cost to Grandview is $25,000 per year, and this is a 3-year contract. So, I is the Museum of the American Revolution. This is for Central Middle School for 2 days, half the 8th grade one day, the other half the second day, and it is $1,100 per day for that field trip. And that money is all being paid by the students and parents. J is a contract to create an integration between Naviance and Power School. The cost is $2,700 for the estimated time of 20 hours to make that integration. And this is so that student demographic information can be automatically synced from Power School to Naviance. And next one is K. This is the Bucks County Intermediate Unit. This is a renewal of a contract from the last year. This is the agreement for the school breakfast and lunches and snack for the preschool program. That's being run at Sellersville and Diabler, I believe are the two buildings. So this is for the Head Start early intervention, and again, this is a renewal. And the last one is scenario learning. This is our Safe Schools training contract for the new year. This next year is $4,944. Last year it was $4,800. So this one is up a little bit. But this is all the training for, example, harassment and so forth that all of our employees are required by PDE to take, and those are online trainings. So that's the contract.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments?
I have one. On the interface between Naviance and Power School, and that's I'm reading the overview here, so Mrs. Miller, feel free to chime in. It's an integration tool. At the end of the day, do we own this tool?
Yes, we will own this tool.
And the source code for it, we will own also?
Yes, we will own the source code, correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments on these items? No? Okay. on to Insight Financial Services lease resolution.
So back in May, the board approved the lease for Insight for the new year's ninth graders one-to-one laptops. So this is the final documentation for that lease that includes the serial number for each piece of equipment and the board resolution. It's all been reviewed by Mr. Miller and approved and forwarded to my office, to Jackie, to put on the agenda. So everything has been scrubbed and gone through, and this is just the final step of that 4-year lease program.
Thank you. Any questions or comments on this item? No? Okay, and the last item is the memorandum of understanding.
Okay, so this one is an MOU between the school district and the Pennridge Educational Association. This one is for EDR positions. Pull it up here. Sorry, I'm on the right place. Okay, so the goal of this MOU was to add a number of non-athletic positions. The additions are the new teacher buddy position at a stipend of $250. The National Junior Honor Society advisors at each of the middle schools. These were positions that we did not have in place, but we were trying to run these programs at the schools. $300 for each of those positions. The service learning advisor for each of the middle schools at $600 per building, and then subject leaders in English, math, science, and social studies at the high school level, grades 9 through 12, and each of those positions are $1,250. And then we have a revision to the intramural at the high school. Stipend is $1,500. That is increasing from $1,000. And then we have 4 deletions. The outdoor activities director at each of the 3 middle schools, and that was paid at the curriculum rate for up to 2 hours. And then the audio visual aid at the high school, that is $550. And as I understand how it was explained to Dr. Bolden and I, this position, it was kind of grandfathered in at the high school level, and when the person decided that they know who was doing it, they no longer wish to do it any longer, that position would be eliminated, and that's the case now.
Okay, thank you. The only thing I wanted to just comment on is the service learning position. You had mentioned that it was at one middle school, and so any students from any of the middle schools could participate in that. But I think with the employee being housed at one building, it ended up being a situation where really only one middle school was sending kids. And so the hope is that this could be further developed as a program at each middle school so that all of the kids are aware of that opportunity and have that direct relationship with an individual in the school, right? So, did anyone else have any comments or questions on this? Okay. The next Finance Committee meeting is scheduled for September 10th. And we're back to public comment. Any comments? Okay, then we will adjourn.